Hi guys, Offroad, I hope you're doing well. Now today I'm at the ABR Festival again, and I am riding the CFMoto 800 MT. So this is a bike which has been out for, I think it's 2023 these bikes come out, don't quote me on that, this particular model with this engine capacity. Now in the past they have made other bikes like the MT650, and I'm just going to take you through it all really and let you know my thoughts. So now I don't know how closely this 800 MT follows the KTM engines. It's still a sort of it very much looks like a KTM engine, like the, was it a Rotax? Don't quote me on that either. The actual bike itself is, you know, really quite comfortable. It's a bit jerky. Yeah, the fueling is kind of, not only is it on off, but it's also very unpredictable. You don't really know where you are with it. So I mean, it goes well, you know, it goes alright, sounds quite nice. It does feel like a bike which you could munch miles on. Corners nicely, it feels very, that old cliche, it feels very planted. Foot pegs are in a really nice position, just slightly forward, more than what I would expect from a bike like this. And yeah, it's actually quite nice. Now these mirrors are actually okay, but the problem is, and I don't know why this is, but they're actually very loose. They're moving around quite a lot. You know, like I can wibble wobble it and it just isn't staying in place, which is a bit strange, and something needs tightening there, I think. Same as the left arm one, again it's very loose, it's just moving around all over the place. CFMoto are Chinese, they're known for building high spec bikes at competitive prices, and you do get a lot for your money spec wise, but that doesn't mean that it's good, does it? It just means that you're getting a high spec bike, and you have to kind of question then, you know, is it up to spec? Now at the moment I'm looking at it, and I'm not looking at it as a premium bike. It doesn't feel like a premium bike as such. It doesn't really handles well. It handles like a premium bike for sure, but yeah, I mean finish wise it's really good. But actually sat on the bike, I mean the handlebars are very high up, I'd describe. They are very high up, which I guess as matey's just done there. Let's stand up on the bike. Yeah, it's quite nice to stand up on. I don't consider this an off-roader. It feels like a touring bike more than anything else, and a bike which you could munch up a lot of miles on comfortably, and probably two up as well. It is something, a bike which at this speed here, 41 miles an hour, 41 to sort of 60 miles an hour, I'm just feathering the throttle there, and it's kind of going on and off, on and off, on and off. It's jerking me around a bit, so perhaps a little bit more work needs doing on the fueling side of things. The screen is fantastic, to be fair, so that's very good. And it's sending the wind over the top of me and around me as well, so they've done some quite good work there. No buffeting at all on my helmet, even though it looks like you would have thought there would be. It's actually alright. It's a quite nice day as well, which always helps, of course. Now the dashboard again is very nice indeed. It's a TFT, which is almost standard these days on these sort of bikes, isn't it? We've got all the idiot lights down the bottom there. We've got a speed at the top, temperature outside 23 degrees, lovely jubbly, thank goodness for mesh jackets. A fuel gauge and a range 2 empty, which is 124 miles. battery meter and all that. So some good, useful and very clear information on there. 6-speed box. Oh, I better watch me speed there. It does take off pretty well. Certainly moves, you know, if you want it to go, it will certainly go. But that is, again, it's kind of the KTM trait, that, isn't it? It's nice. It's actually nice to ride and eat up the miles on this bike, I'd imagine. Handles nicely. It's quite heavy at the top. Very, very light on the steering, even lighter when it's when you're doing slow speed stuff. It just, don't know what they've done there, but it's done a great job of making it easy to turn, you know, the handlebars. ABS is alright as well. Didn't even kick in then, and it was quite heavy braking. I was trying to get it to lock in, maybe it did. I didn't feel it. Now, I don't know what the miles per gallon you would get on the bike like this. It's in sport mode at the moment. Now, oddly, there is no road mode. It's either sport or rain, which is a bit strange. So there's no in between there, and it does feel like it could benefit from having a rain mode as such. Not a rain mode, a road mode. Sorry. Because, as I say, it is choppy, you know, like most bikes are in sport mode. That's what this is like. That's a good way to describe it. Beautiful screen though, I have to say. That is beautiful, and all the useful information. It's very nice to look at. Almost too nice, really. You just want to keep looking at it all the time and gather the information. But of course, it's better to watch where you're going, isn't it? Oh, we got cruise control as well by the looks of it. So mirrors are shocking. I can't believe they're moving around like they are. Everything's light to touch as well. The indicators, or the blinkers as some people might call them. I have to try the cruise control in a minute. That's a lovely trait to have, isn't it? There you go, there's the cruise controller. Again, what a lovely thing to have on an 800cc bike. Not many 800cc bikes, if any, have cruise control to my knowledge, so that's a real big bonus to this bike. So well done CFMoto for including that, because that is going to be for some people, that's going to be the thing that pulls them into the brand. So fantastic. Yeah, again, this bike, it is, and I've described other bikes like this before, such as the BSA Gold Star. Everything's very loose on it, and what I mean by that is that, you know, like when you ride a Honda or something, everything feels tight and crisp, and you're all really nicely tightened up. Whereas this just feels a little, again, it feels rattly. It feels like there isn't much tolerances. You know, the tolerances aren't tight, they're very loose. I much prefer the tolerances nice and tight. Yeah, you go on and off the throttle, it's almost like you can feel the gearbox backlash, they call it in engineering terms. You know, if you know a bit about that. So that's not necessarily a bad thing, but I kind of, again, it's something that I just question. If it's loose now, then what will it be like in, I don't know, 10 years time or whatever? Maybe it'll be fine, I don't know. But it's an observation, so I must say my observations. So, a lot, again, you know, for the money, there's a lot to be said for it. But as I say, I don't want to give any false impressions here. You know, I do have issues with the reliability of the bike, only because of what I've heard from other people. So that's good enough for me. You know, I know people, 2 people who've had serious issues with their CFMotos, and issues that should not happen on bikes that have less than 10,000 miles on them. And I don't think it was just bad luck either. I think it was I actually think it was the quality of the materials used which were the main problems that they had. Again, it turns in lovely. The whole bike handles quite nicely. It's not a quick turner, it doesn't turn in quick, but it just turns in smoothly, and that's kind of what you want, really. That's quite nice. So who's this bike going to suit? I think it'll be people who I think people would jump at the chance to sign on the dotted line, that want to go on bigger trips, maybe want to go 2 up, and like the thought of having such a high spec bike with the cruise control and you know, the nice, you know, it's just high spec, doesn't it? People like that thought, don't they? That they're getting a bargain, basically. The brakes are by J1. Never really been a big fan of J1 brakes. They're almost like, always a little bit wooden. To be fair, these have been pretty good, actually. The back is really good, and the front is good as well, but it does dive quite a lot, to be fair. Suspension wise, Houghton, lovely. It's very easy to run away with you with this bike as well. It's a fun bike to go fast, to go at speed as well. I'll say, it gives you loads of confidence. It really feels like it's stuck to the road well. That's nice of them, isn't it? Yeah, I mean, overall the bike rides fantastic, and it just depends whether you want to. You got to weigh up the risk of that £8,000. I need to find out my facts here because I don't know how much it is, but I think it's around 8 grand, something like that, which in today's money is pretty good. But yeah, you know what, overall I like the bike. I do like it. Would I buy one, invest and risk my £8,000 on it? No. Or do you spend, what, another 2 grand to get a Trans out, which is a 10 out of 10 bike in my opinion. Perhaps a little bit higher on the leg side of things to get your feet down, but it's solid. You know where you are with it. It's a Honda, it's going to last forever. And yeah, I think I'll be honest, I think I'd rather spend another couple grand for peace of mind. To my knowledge, most Honda dealers are generally pretty good, and you don't really see them, do you? Because it just works. There's no Chinese parts on it. Not that there's anything wrong with Chinese bikes. I'm open to it. The only brand that has had a 100% good hit with me with reliability is Vosges at the moment. As much as I didn't like the 650 DS, the 500 range has actually been really good, and there's been people that have put big miles on those bikes and they've still been alright. So that's kind of the competition really for CFMoto is Vosges, and they might take a bit of beating. And I know that I know this is going to be unpopular, because I know a lot of people are raving about this MT800 and also the MT450, but they haven't proved themselves to me yet, as I said a million times, no doubt by now. And until they prove themselves, then all the only experience of people that I've known that has had them has unfortunately been bad luck. Bad luck, or just the way that they are, I don't know. But I ain't going to, I ain't going to sugarcoat something that kind of, for brands that haven't helped themselves. Let's put it that way. A and B road riding on the CFMoto is actually better when you set the cruise control. I think I'll be using that all the time. It really irons out that choppy fueling. So I think I'll be using that quite a lot. And to be honest, I'm a big fan of cruise control anyway. I think there's a huge amount to be said for that. But yeah, it'd be good. I tell you what, it'd be a nice for sort of a 2-up Sunday run to the beach, or you know, on long sort of roads like this. It's very, very good actually. It really is quite pleasant. Only because, you know, because of the cruise control just irons out those bumps. So again, you know, it's a Chinese bike. So some people are just a flat no. They're not even going to entertain it, and I get that. I do understand it. But everything's Chinese, isn't it? Where do you think the camera was made that you're watching this on? It was made in China. You know what I mean? So you're not going to get away from that. So you might as well embrace it, because let's face it, I mean, if the bikes were reliable and all that goes with it, then, and with the price point of where they are, it would actually be a really good option, isn't it? Gives us options. That's what I would do. I'll just keep going, to be honest. Can we not filter through here? And I think I'm going to leave it there. So I think I pretty much said it all. I like it. I think it's a brilliant, excellent bike to ride. If you can, if you're happy to take the risk, or maybe you'll try it and you'll just like it, and you don't want to take note of what I say, then that's fine. That's absolutely fine. That is totally up to you. Naturally, you've got to think about depreciation with Chinese bikes as well. How much will this bike be worth in 2 years' time? There's a lot of 650 MTs on for sale now. You kind of got to question why sometimes on the second-hand market. So I like it, but there are things to take into account when buying such a bike. And as I say, I've had quite a bit of experience with different brands of bikes and things now. So yeah, you do what you want. Try one. Go and try one if you can. But go and try one and see what you think. And let me know, actually. Let me know in the comments. And if you've had a CFMoto for a long time, again, let me know. And let me know what problems you've had with it, if any. And let me know if you've had a CFMoto and got rid for whatever reason. Apart from that, thanks very much for watching, and thanks for your time. Do like and subscribe. I've got loads and loads of reviews coming up, and I get a lot of long-term bikes as well. This is just an hour out on the road, but yeah, the long-term reviews are always really good. Well, yeah, I would say that, wouldn't I? How blasé. See you on the next one, guys. Thank you. Cheers.